Of all, I want to thank all the DCF managers, lawyers, administrative staff, social workers, supervisors in the 6 area and regional offices I've been fortunate to work with and learn from. If I were to name all of you, we'd be here for a couple more hours, and I really want to get to the bar because I can speech. So cleaning out your desk is like cleaning out the attic before you move. You find all kinds of things. You find some things that should have been discarded years ago, like how to turn a computer on. A couple of layoff notices. But you also find things that help you define what being a social worker is and why this really is important work. So there are a number of things that this is the truth, I really found as I was cleaning out my desk. Found a note from an intern who explained that she had once been a DCF client. She was actually a DSS client at the time, and it saved her family. We hired her, and she went on to be a social worker, and she's still helping families. I found a picture of 4 smiling kids, and remembered that picture started with a letter from a young woman who wrote to the office because she had graduated from college, was having a child, and wanted to say thank you. She was adopted with her siblings at age 5 or 6. I asked the staff if anyone remembered the name. Within 30 minutes, I had a social worker who came up with a picture that she had kept for 16 years. I found a Federal Review report from 2001. Sandy?
Yeah.
So my brother-in-law, Jim, will appreciate this. From time to time, the federal government actually does try to measure outcomes to see if the people's money is wasted. In 2001, 4 officers were chosen, and New Bedford ended up being one of the unlucky ones. Randy was the area director then, and Bob Kelly was the regional director. I worked in the regional office and had to participate in the review. So one of the things that happens during those reviews is that they interview consumers. We call them families, but they call them consumers. And those families are selected randomly. And so we've got a name. And I told Bob and Randy who the person was, and both of them said, oh, I won't say what they really said. That's probably not good because this man really did not appreciate some of the things that we had to say to him. I guess he had been pretty vocal with both Randy and Bob. So we interviewed the guy during the review. And he said he was treated respectfully. He was fully involved in the decision-making for his daughters. And although sometimes he didn't like what he was being told to do, his adolescent girls might not have survived without help. And it turned out he wasn't the only parent in the state that said similar positive things. I found several tragic newspaper articles as well about cases under my watch, and I was reminded how difficult this work can be. But most importantly, what I found was how much excellent work is done by the people in this room every single day. Attached to those articles, I found words of support not only from my fellow area directors, but from folks from all levels of the agency, and also from people in the community. Last month, I received an email from a mom that I had placed an infant with. She wanted me to know that the infant was now a bright, successful young woman of 26. That email came at a good time for me as I was contemplating leaving, but it also reinforced the fact that this job really allows us to be part of life-changing decisions, and that's why it's important. Those decisions need the benefit of a team of people with a common purpose, players on the team change, and pass on what they've learned. It's been an honor for me to be part of this team, and it's an honor for me to list my occupation as a social worker. So thanks to all of you.